Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here with a little video talking to you about being an EA Game Changer. It seems a few different people have done videos about the EA Game Changer thing and all that, and it's something that I've been thinking about doing for a little while, and so I thought I'd just talk for a quick minute about the program and me personally to you guys. Now, before I even begin though, I want to thank EA for making me a game changer in the first place. I don't know that they will ever see this, but just in case, from what I understand, I made it inordinately quickly. I'd only been doing YouTube for about 8 months, and a couple of people told me that it was unheard of to make it so fast, that it usually took a couple of years and several people multiple tries and all that. So it's pretty darn cool that I made it so fast. That said, I don't want anyone to think that I was an unfair selection. I'd like to think I wasn't. I do have a degree in IT and business administration and a full career of running software teams and departments under my belt. And I'm a software and business process improvement expert as well. I've also done software testing and design and requirements analysis and so on and so forth. And that's just touching on my experience in the IT world. Plus, my intent is to, hopefully, provided finances allow, do this YouTube thing long term. So I'm guessing all of that played heavily into their decision to bring me into the program. Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter may have noticed, though, that I became an EA game changer in August, I think it was. But I didn't put it on my profile until Get Famous came out a couple of months later, and I actually made a couple of videos where I had to put made possible by EA Game Changers at the beginning of them. And there's a reason for this, for my hesitation in this. Before I started YouTube, back when I was just a viewer of other people's channels, when I saw the EA Game Changer thing, I always wondered if the video producer was influenced by that, if they were maybe kinder to EA because of that, maybe not quite as harsh in their criticisms or critiques of the game, than they might be otherwise. In other words, I always questioned the sincerity of the pack reviews and such. And so when I made Game Changer, that, of course, was the first thing I thought of. And it's a real concern, I think. I mean, I'd find it hard to believe that I'm the only viewer in the world who's ever wondered about that. So I was hesitant to put the label next to my name. But to that concern, if anyone else thinks like me and has that concern, I want to address a couple of things. So first off, I didn't think that I was going to make Game Changer in the first place when I applied. And why is that? Well, it certainly wasn't because of my background. I think we can all agree that that's pretty solid. But it was because a very short time prior to them opening up for that round of applications, I gave them some pretty harsh criticisms on a couple of things within the game. Then, on top of it, when Kate made the announcement, she asked for our builds on the web gallery. Well, I kind of hate the web gallery and I don't use it because I think it's trash. I hate the setup of it, and I have a lot of trouble getting my stuff on there to show up on there, like, ever. And I don't know why. I don't know if it has to do with browser incompatibility or what the issue is or whatever. But because we have the in-game gallery, I've never bothered figuring it out. I mean, why bother? I prefer the in-game gallery anyway. So when Kate put out the call for new Game Changers and asked for web gallery links, I told her that I couldn't get to mine, and I also pretty much told her that I think the web gallery's trash. So now I used a different word. I can't remember what it was right this second, but I assure you it wasn't much kinder. I'm pretty straightforward. I'm kind of a straight shooter when it comes to these things. Anyway, I figured with that kind of harsh critique of something they produced, there was no way that they were going to accept me into the program. But I applied for it anyway because I figure, what the hell? What do I have to lose? Plus, the application process was pretty easy, and Kate was flexible enough to let me use game gallery entries. So at the time, I applied thinking it's never going to happen, and I'm not too terribly upset about it, in large part because of the concern I mentioned a bit ago, that I always had questions about the sincerity of the pack reviews and such by Game Changers. And at this point, when I applied for the program, I also didn't fully understand the program, the benefits of it, or even the purpose really. So whether I made it or not, it wasn't going to have a huge impact on me either way at this time. Well, now fast forward a bit, and surprise, surprise, when the emails come out, right, I see that I made it, and I about fell out when I saw it too. So, and the other big thing that happened is my view of EA also changed for the better pretty much instantly. And not because I was personally now a game changer, but because they took me even with the harsh criticisms. This, to me, guys, is huge. Like, really huge, in part because I won't for a minute kiss a company's butt because they do something like make me a game changer. And I had hoped that EA wouldn't expect me to, unconditionally praise all their products and packs if I ever did become a game changer. I'm just too honest for that sort of thing. And so them immediately accepting me after some harsh criticism told me that they were okay with that, and that is a very, very good thing to me. It gave me a whole new respect for EA, and I hope it does the same for you knowing this. And so this also brings me to my next point. I want you guys to know that if and when I ever review anything by EA, you can be absolutely certain whether the Game Changer title is after my name or not, it's always going to be an honest review. Even when I reviewed Get Famous recently, I was straight up and skipping the set items and telling you that I wasn't into a lot of that stuff from the pack because as a builder, I honestly don't know what the heck I'm going to use the majority of that stuff for. Like, when am I going to have call for it? But hell, what I wouldn't give for a normal diving board and telescope. But I digress. Y'all get that point. I think anyway. But the main points that I want to make to you in this video are that, number one, EA Canon is willing to accept criticism, so mad props to them for that. And number two, all of my reviews will be honest and forthright. The Game Changer title will never change that. So those are the main points. And one more final thing before I let you go. And that's what, in my view, is the purpose of the program. It's not about the perks, though they're nice, but to me anyway, it'll be more about me representing you guys as I grow. And I think that's what EA is looking for out of this program as well, actually. Now, I'm still pretty small, so I don't have a ton of influence yet, but as I get larger, I'll have more of a voice, and I think that that should help you guys out if, for instance, they do something like make a change to the gallery that only promotes large, already popular creators rather than smaller ones. Some of you will recall that I harped on them about fixing that, and it wasn't just for me. Several of you told me that you felt the same way, that it was an issue for you as well. So it's things like that that affects large groups of my viewers and followers negatively that I hope, moving forward, that I'll be able to be your voice on. And of course, I'll be honest, that may require me getting a little bit better about social media. I'm kind of awful about keeping up with the Game Changer stuff and everything else, really. If I'm being honest, I'm so not a social media person. And I know half of you are probably saying that, what the heck did you choosing YouTube for a thing to do? But I don't know. I like that part of it. That's the best answer I have, because if it weren't for my channel, I would be on exactly none of the social media I'm on right now. So, I think I do all right with Twitter, though. I can keep up with one. It's when we start adding like multiple platforms that I just don't keep up. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I've covered the important points that I wanted to make about the program, so I won't take up any more of your time. I will ask you to post any comments or questions below, though. And if you're new to my channel and not yet subscribed, please do have a look around and see if you like my content. It's pretty much all things Sims at this point, though I'm predominantly a builder. I do kind of cover the gamut on my channel. So if you like The Sims, please do join me, and it'd be an absolute pleasure to have you. As always, thank you to my supporters, and thank you all for spending the time with me today. I hope to see you back again next time. Bye now.